All right, let's draw that pencil box. I'm using the online version of SketchUp. I just went to app.sketchup.com/app. You could use this one if you want, or you could use the program that you used yesterday, the one on your hard drive. Either one works. I think the one on the computer works better. This one, it's got some little bugs in it, but it works. On a pencil box, it's a 3-inch wide, 3-inch deep, 5-inch tall cube in which we have to hollow it out to give the appearance of the pencil box. So I'm going to begin by drawing a rectangle. I'm going to click and drag and then type in 3, hit enter. There's my little shape. I'm going to hover the mouse over top of that and then roll the mouse wheel up to zoom in on it. There's my floor of that pencil box. And I'm going to use that push-pull tool to push this, click and drag and stop, and type in 5, hit enter. There it is. Use the orbit tool to pan around my shape. There's my basic shape of this pencil box. If you were down, say, in the art room, this is for a big chunk of clay. Here it is. I'm going to carve out this middle section. A couple ways to do that. I'll use a couple different tools, and then you can pick the one you want to use. Again, this being the online version, I'm not sure where the tools are located. So let me dig for a little bit. There it is. The tool, up in your toolbar, it's got a couple of curved arrows, and a couple of curved lines, and a big arrow called the offset tool. Offset tool. I'm going to click on the offset tool, put the mouse over the top surface here. I have my little cursor arrow just on the inside edge of that shape. See the little red dot? This is on edge. That's what I want. Don't point to the edge. It says no. Go inside, on edge. That's good. I'm going to click the mouse and drag in, and then type in 1/16. Hit enter. That's the inner edge of that wall for the pencil box right there. See it? So this for clay. I'm going to keep this little zone of clay that's now blue, but lose this big chunk of clay, which is now blue. The directions on the pencil box call for the floor being up a 1/2 inch, which means that this opening is 4.5 inches. So I'm going to use the push-pull tool. I'm going to push this middle chunk, click, drag in a little bit, and type in 4.5. So there is my carving of that pencil box. So the floor is still in there, and the bottom is still solid. All right, same thing here too now. I'm going to push this bottom upward a little bit. So use the same offset tool. I think it was here. That same inner edge, click, drag 1/16. Okay, if it doesn't work, I just have to go edit, undo. Try it again. Click, drag 1. Oh, it's not cooperating. Try it one more time. There it goes. 1/16. Now some math. It's a 1/2 inch from this bottom surface to the top of the bottom, if that makes sense. So this chunk down here is 4.5 inches to this surface. So it's somewhere. Oh, where's that tool at? Hold on. Dig for a little bit. Oops. Go away. Where is? I'll find it. Look for a tape measure tool. There it is. Okay. So if I go up a 1/2 inch, this is where that surface is on the inside. So I'm going to push this floor upward but stop about a 1/16 short of that. This is 8/16 up. I'm going to push 7/16 up. So I'm going to orbit this around, push pull tool, push this surface upward 7/16. Now I have that floor, and I have the floor still intact on the inside. All right. Okay. Next, those small little rectangles for the floor kind of plugged into the sides. Because we have a rectangle on all 4 sides. I'm going to keep this line here I just made and add to it. Well, I know my floor is a 1/16 inch tall, so I'm going to measure straight down on the blue axis, 1/16 of an inch. And I'm going to measure in from the edge, 3/4 of an inch. Both sides, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, make sure I'm on the correct axes. And then I'm going to take that rectangle tool and draw a line from one intersection to the other. And I can erase off my little guidelines. The same for all 4 sides. There's one. I'll do one more quick, then I'll let you guys do the rest. You can go either way you want. You're going to go up a half. And I'm going to go down a 1/16. And then in 3/4. Make sure I'm on the right axis. How do I know? I'm just kind of watching the color of that line I'm dragging. This happens with the red axis along that surface there. And rectangle tool from intersection to intersection. And then what's next? Erase them off. So do all 4 of those. I got 2 done. The other 2 you guys can do. And then last, I'm going to pause the video, try a few things, and I'll come back. Alright, so it didn't work. I was hoping to have you guys use this text tool to be able to kind of write what you wrote on your pencil box you guys cut. Maybe you wrote the word weld, and I want to have maybe a smaller letter height, like 3/4 of an inch tall. I'm going to fill the text and have it not extruded. And I'll drop the text on that pencil box. I was hoping to have us be able to push this through to kind of have this hollowed out, but it's not working. So instead we'll have you just use the draw freehand tool. You have this too in yours. Freehand tool. And it's going to do our best to click and drag. Let's put a W on this as I cut it by hand. So I'm clicking and dragging this shape. Oh, that's fantastic. Now I can push this shape. Okay, I can. I'm going to click and drag inward and keeping the mouse held down. And it has a kind of a little translucent appearance. Then I'll let go. Now I have that hollowed out. So there is my little emblem on my pencil box. There it is. Okay, so there'll be a finished pencil box right here. This we're going to do a screenshot of, so we can see a view from the front showing both finished sides and your cutaway, and then maybe a view from the back showing both cutaways, maybe one from the bottom. Kind of mimic the ones you did for the actual pencil box. So there it is, the pencil box.